Well, after months of anticipation, the former girlfriend of disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs took the stand in his racketeering and sex trafficking case. Cassie Ventura, she's 8.5 months pregnant. She was given several breaks throughout the day as she talked for hours about the abuse that she claims she suffered during their 11-year relationship. Ventura's testimony covered a lot of details, so here are some of the critical points she made. Ventura started off by explaining the complexity of her relationship with Combs, saying when she first met him, she was just 19 years old. She says she was attracted to him, describing the beginning as exciting and a whirlwind. She said, quote, "I think I was just enamored by him. We were just having a good time." But after signing a record deal with Combs' label, Bad Boy Records, things changed. Ventura claimed that Combs became violent, dragging her, kicking her, and stomping on her. She described his mood swings as volatile, saying she never knew which version of Combs she was going to get. Most of the public has seen Combs do just that, the dragging, the kicking, and the stomping of Ventura in that infamous hotel surveillance footage that was released last year. And here's a very important note on the defense strategy in this case. They had to decide how to approach that damning video with the jury. Well, Combs' attorney admitted to the jury in her opening statement that Combs is a domestic abuser, that the behavior in that video is inexcusable, that it is clearly domestic violence. But, they stress, that's not what this case is about. He's not charged with domestic violence. Domestic violence charges would have been a state charge. This is a federal case brought by the Southern District, and the charges are federal racketeering and sex trafficking. Now, the defense is trying to walk a very careful line here, distinguishing between what you see in that video, domestic violence, and the actual charges. They're hoping that this helps them maintain credibility with the jury. Admit what you can't deny, but don't admit any guilt to the actual charges. All right, as the day went on, Ventura started to identify members of Combs' staff and entourage, which the prosecution will use towards the racketeering or criminal enterprise portion of his charges. She talked a lot about Combs' security, saying that they were with him 24/7. She claimed that Combs used his security team to track her down whenever he couldn't find her. And then she talked about other tasks that his inner circle would do to set up for the freak-offs. And that's where she started talking about the details of the freak-offs. These were drug-filled sex events, usually involving Combs, Ventura, and a male escort. Ventura testified that Combs would supply an array of drugs, ecstasy, cocaine, marijuana, ketamine, mushrooms, to the participants. She said that she used them to disassociate or to even just stay awake for the multiple days that she claimed these freak-offs would last. Cassie admitted that she often hired the escorts at Combs' direction, and they were paid between $1,500 to $6,000 per event. Now, the prosecution and the defense are painting very different pictures from the evidence that's coming in, and it's all going to come down to how those 12 jurors in that box interpret the details for themselves.